Lights, camera, action!
Welcome to the third edition of PTV at Home. Today is Friday, May 1st, 2020. I'm PTV's Nice Gio, and topping our news today, the family of Jason Reese is preparing for his return to a Tennessee hospital where he will undergo treatment for cancer. We first told you about the Lincoln Junior High school football player having a brain tumor back in January. Jason is in 7th grade. His family is well known in the community, and one of his sisters goes to PHS. He will be leaving this Sunday, May 3rd, and the community is invited to join a caravan leading them out of town on their journey to show support for Jason and his family. Anyone who would like to show support are invited to participate in a vehicle caravan at 1 p.m. If you want to take part, meet at 12:30 p.m. in the Washington Discovery Academy parking lot. Once the caravan is assembled, drivers will head south on 17 toward Jason's home. The route will turn onto Glen Overmeyer Drive. Supporters are asked to make signs to display in their passenger window as they drive by, to honk their horns to demonstrate support, and to tie a yellow or gray ribbon to their side mirrors. The Plymouth Police Department will be assisting with the parade. Everyone taking part is expected to follow social distancing orders set forth by the state. In other news, the ACT registration deadline has been extended until next Friday if you still need to sign up. ACT has rescheduled the April national test date to June 13th across the country because of the coronavirus. All students registered for the April 4th test should have received an email from ACT informing them of the postponement and instructions for free rescheduling to June 13th. On a side note, College Board has canceled the SAT test scheduled for May. For now, SAT scheduled for June is still on the books. Yesterday, the local food bank held their second distribution food drive this month at PHS. The event was held from 10 until noon. And just like the first drive, organizers from the Northern Indiana Food Bank gave away boxes of free food for Marshall County families in need. Like the first event, the boxes contain fresh fruits and vegetables and quality fresh meats plus much more. If the food bank plans another event here in PHS, we will be sure to let you know. Just a reminder, if you plan on being part of choir this coming fall, auditions are digital. No in-person auditions can be held due to the COVID-19 situation. Video submission must be submitted by next Friday, May 8th. If you're interested in joining Counterpoint, the Advanced Treble Choir, Crimson, or the Advanced Mixed Jazz Choir, you are asked to submit a 1 or 2 minute audition video of you singing any song of your choice. Email your submission to Choir Director Ryan Van Antwerp at the email you see on the screen. Let's hop over to PTV's Dayton Myers Who I Miss segment.
Back to Who I Miss, where PHS staff or student says who they miss and why. Today we have Matt Champion.
I'd like to first give a big shout out to all of my teachers and peers. The last 4 years of high school have been magical. They really have. I've learned so much. My teachers have been there through thick and thin with me, and I know I'm a roller coaster of emotion. So I would like to give a special shout out to all of you. Thank you so much, because PHS really is a home for me. And second, the person I'd really like to thank is Mr. Johnson, my not only chemistry teacher, but my physics teacher and my advisory teacher. I've been in Mr. Johnson's advisory for 4 years now, and each year it's only gotten funnier. First year, freshman, he always calls himself the sheriff, which as seniors we blow him off, but when we're freshmen, we're scared to death of him. That is for darn sure. Now, he is a man that you can joke with, but you can also be serious with, and that's what I want to thank him on. He has taught me so much about life through our mini debates. In our advisory, every Tuesday through Friday, we would have a debate, no matter whether it was politics or whether Mr. Michael is at the age in his 30s now where he can be considered a middle-aged man. That debate's still running today, but I would like to give a special shout out to him because he's made a huge impact on my life and has always brought joy to my day when I was having any time of trouble at PHS. So with that in mind, if I don't see any of my seniors, I'd just like to throw a little quick shout out from the Truman Show. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And remember, everyone, stay safe.
Thanks for sharing, Matt. Back to you, Denise.
Now it's time to kick it over to a look at our PTV Sports.
Hey guys, I'm Brady Pittman. Thank you for joining us this week for PTV Sports. This week we continue to shine the light on more spring athletes.
Senior Brady Hissong, a basketball player who also ran track and cross country, will be heading to Ball State in August. Nicholas Bagley, a PHS senior golf and tennis player, will be attending IUPUI this fall. Matthew Gerard, also a PHS senior, golf and tennis player, will be attending Taylor University. Hugh Smith, a tennis player, swimmer, and girls tennis manager, will be attending the University of Notre Dame. Sarah Tapia, a three-sport team manager for football, basketball, and track, will be attending the University of Northwest Ohio. And senior Corey Kopetsky, who participated in football, swimming, and track, is undecided where he'll be heading come fall. Once again, thank you to the athletic department for creating these graphics and letting us use them.
PTV's Tyler Ritchie randomly selected one of those 6 athletes to shine the light on this week for his PHS Senior Spotlight segment. Let's see who was chosen for this week.
Before the pandemic, did you have any goals set out for the golf season? Because I know golf season got cut short.
Yeah, so one of the things I really want to do, this year was going to be the year that I was really going to, I had changed my mindset and everything, and I was ready just to dig down and to grind, because I really wanted to play golf at Taylor next year. And Taylor is known to have a really good golf team, so I knew that I had a big challenge ahead of me. I knew I had a mountain to climb. But I was ready to put in the time. I was ready to put in the work to get there. And not having this golf season wasn't too great for that, because it's a lot more difficult now to get out to the golf course. I don't have that structured practice time, things like that. I was really looking forward to things like conference, because right now, I guess we still are the defending conference champs.
Oh, nice.
And so I would have been around for conference championships, and I really wanted to defend that title. And to prove that even though we lost 2 seniors last year who were very influential on our team, that we still could play without them, and that we had grown a lot as a team.
What were some of the favorite memories you had in the past band season?
This past band season was definitely very interesting, but I also had the opportunity to teach at Triton High School.
Nice.
In the fall, and that was super cool. Being able to share what I knew about music and be able to help others and help them really build up in their skills as well.
But what made Taylor feel like the right choice for you?
Yes. So I knew that I was going to get a good education no matter where I went. And to me, that was I was looking at a lot of colleges, looking at Indiana Wesleyan, Taylor. I considered Butler at one point, Belmont in Nashville, Liberty, Wheaton, all these colleges. I knew I was going to get a good education no matter where I went. But when I went to Taylor, the very first day, talked about all these traditions that they had, which I understand that every school has those. But I also really liked how they put a focus on everybody as a person, that everybody matters, and things like that.
That will wrap up our newest edition of our Senior Spotlight. Back to you, Brady.
As the NFL draft has come to an end, 6 Notre Dame players were drafted within the first 6 rounds.
Tight end Cole Kmet was selected by the Chicago Bears in the 2nd round. Also in the 2nd round, wide receiver Chase Claypool was selected by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Defensive end Julian Okwara was selected by the Detroit Lions in the 3rd round. Cornerback Troy Pride Jr. was selected by the North Carolina Panthers in the 4th round. Defensive end Khalid Kareem was the first pick in the 5th round, selected by the Cincinnati Bengals. The last player to be drafted was safety Alohi Gilman, selected by the Los Angeles Chargers in the 6th round.
We are hoping that the coronavirus clears and we'll be able to cover the Irish this coming fall for the 4th season in a row. Well, that's a wrap for PTV Sports this week. I'm Brady Pittman.
If you are a stress eater, you likely already know about what's being called COVID-19 pounds. The average stress eater already has gained around 20 pounds being trapped at home binge eating. PTV's Caleb Deacon explores some ways you can avoid weight gain.
As we all know, it's hard to stay off junk food right now. So I'm here to give you tips and tricks to stay fit. First step you always want to do before eating something is make sure you look at the nutrition label. Limit the total fat, saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, and sodium. You want to make sure you get enough of these: vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. And 5% is a bit low, and 20% or more is a bit high. Obviously, watching what you eat helps, but what also helps is doing things around the house. Maybe throwing the ball with your brother or sister. Do something to keep fit. Maybe throwing the football around. or even playing hide and seek with a family member. Well guys, that's your tips and tricks how to stay fit in quarantine.
As I told you last week, online gaming has really increased due to the coronavirus. This week, Aiden Lynn continues looking into the growth of the popularity of gaming.
This week will be a little more advanced and a little more technical. We worked on keybinds and getting used to them last week. Today I'm going to show you how to build and get better at that. A good way to get better at the game is to go on creative and go to your island. After you do that, just practice your building keybinds for a little bit. After you do that, you can go to a solo match or play with friends in a duo or squads. My highest score is 23 eliminations with a win. The game is free to play with in-game purchases. Faded Corn is the highest score in Fortnite on NA East servers with 1,504. The object of the game is to be the last one standing. The reason why the game is my favorite because you can play with your friends and just have fun. It can be challenging at times though. That's it for this week. Come back next week for more tips and tricks. I'm Aiden Lind reporting from PTV Entertainment.
We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of PTV at Home. I'm PTV's niece Gail. Stay safe, everyone, and have a great day. See you next Friday.
Back to you, Denise. Matt, back to you, Denise.